And welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Wednesday, March 14th. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain, and many of the stories we read here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. So go there once in a while and check it out. Wisconsin tribal leader said on March 13th he is optimistic state lawmakers and tribal governments can move forward on many fronts in Wisconsin despite Chippewa tribal plans to fight any potential legislation that would put a mine in the Penokee mountain range just south of Lake Superior, but environmental standards must be preserved, he said. Ho-Chunk President John Greendeer made the remarks during the annual State of the Tribes address before a joint session of the Assembly and Senate, with Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker missing. Greendeer touched on the legislature's recent failed attempt to pass a law that would make it easier to get a permit for a proposed iron ore mine in northern Wisconsin. He said there are other ways to preserve the environment and create economic opportunities. Greendeer says it's critical that tribes educate the public on the effects of mining. He also said that they must urge a sense of value. The challenge staring us in the face is bringing this value with such little time in the political game, he said. Mining is a divisive issue for tribal governments in the state of Wisconsin, which claim treaty rights were violated and resources endangered because lawmakers did not consult with them when drafting the legislation. Regardless of the outcome in the short or long term of this issue, he said, I'm optimistic there's a way to preserve the health and beauty of our pristine waterways and create opportunities for the citizens of the state as we champion our challenges together. Greendeer also emphasized the need for state lawmakers to be more inclusive of the state's 11 tribes, especially on policy and spending. He mentioned budget cuts, taxes, and gambling. There's a little heat coming off of these issues, and there should be. We've ignored them for long enough and accepted certain double standards to compose the fabric of our state's government. If we act like they're not there, then who are we serving? While hundreds of spectators in the gallery and Democrats rose to commend Greendeer on his speech, mainly Assembly Republicans refused to stand up during those parts of the remarks regarding mining and protection of the environment. The March 13th speech was the 8th State of the Tribes address, which updates the legislature on the most important issues for the state's tribes and reservations.
Now, Chairman Mike Wiggins of the Bad River, not Bad Water, Bad River Tribe. Oh, these guys read the paper. Anyway, he said it best, that any threats to our groundwater, surface water, air quality, or way of life is a tribe's call to action. And it is. Educating folks on the effects of mining is less of a struggle than trying to induce a sense of value. The challenge that's staring us right in the face is to provide this value in such little time in our political game. In addition, convincing Wisconsin that the tribal view on mining isn't one of partisan perspective at all, or is there any opposition for Wisconsin's needed job creation. The media continues to hold the monopoly on how complex we're going to make this issue and what kind of conversations we're going to have about it at our dinner table. Although the issue is now multifaceted, the Anishinaabe people never lost focus of the central point, that good caretakers of the land will never find a level of contamination or threat to their sovereign authority worth compromising.
The Mashpee Wampanoag today formally requested that Governor Patrick, on behalf of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, enter into compact negotiations with the tribe. The compact will set forth a regulatory structure for the tribe's development and operation of a destination resort casino. In a letter to Governor Patrick, Mashpee Wampanoag Chairman Cedric Cromwell details how the tribe has complied with the requirements of the Massachusetts gaming law, including acquiring an option to purchase land in Taunton, as well as the city of Taunton's newly scheduled referendum to permit citizens to vote on the proposed development. With these milestones, the Mashpee Wampanoag has satisfied the preconditions of gaming compact negotiations under state law. There is one major step forward in developing a destination resort that will bring thousands of jobs, revenue, and increase economic development opportunities to the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe, the city of Taunton, and all of Massachusetts, Chairman Cromwell remarked after he delivered the letter. The Wisconsin Division of Criminal Investigation is helping investigate after a body was found in a burning vehicle on the Lac Du Flambeau Ojibwe reservation last week. Law enforcement officers and firefighters responded to the fire just after 10 p.m. last week on Tuesday, March 6th. After extinguishing the flames, they found an adult's body in the vehicle. State Department of Criminal investigators working with tribal police identified the body as that of 64-year-old George Christansen Jr., and that information was released on March 12th. A new iPhone application combines century-old Native American culture and cutting-edge smartphone technology to teach youngsters the Lakota language. The Lakota Toddler app, now available for free in the iTunes Store, is the second app by software developers Israel Shortman and Rusty Calder. The two developers worked with Arlil Ironcloud, the morning radio announcer for KILI Radio on the Pine Ridge Reservation in Porcupine, to create an app that teaches Lakota vocabulary through text, pictures, and sounds. Shortman, a member of the Navajo tribe, created his first app for the Navajo language when he realized his 11-year-old daughter did not know basic Navajo history. He thought teaching her the language would help her remember the culture as well. Shortman now plans to develop 2 more native language apps and expand to other Native American language people are asking him by request to create as well. Shortman began working on the Lakota app when his friend Ironcloud approached him. Ironcloud said he had wanted to create a language app for about 2 or 3 years, but kept hitting brick walls with language programs. Ironcloud uses audio mixing and recording ability to record a local woman, Dolly Red Elk, speaking Lakota words for that app. A northern Wisconsin-Arizona resort on a mountain that tribes consider sacred is planning to spray artificial snow beneath the chairlifts next week. Arizona Snow Bowl owner Eric Borowski says using potable water to make snow will help extend the snowboarding and ski season. The Cosinamo National Forest approved the plan last Friday that covers less than 5 acres on the San Francisco Peaks. The Snow Bowl's long-term plan is to use reclaimed wastewater. It's secured through a contract with the City of Flagstaff to make snow, but the pipeline is not complete. The Snow Bowl received a permit in 2010 for the construction of snowmaking equipment. Tribes have unsuccessfully fought snowmaking in court. They've based arguments on religious freedom and health risks of treated wastewater. Federal grand jury has indicted 5 people for possessing and selling liquor on a dry reservation home to a tribe suing some of the nation's largest beer makers. The U.S. Attorney's Office announced late last week. Marnie Water, Darrell Spotted Elk Sr., Florine Chips, Merle Leighton Sr., and Julia Marie Lamont were indicted February 22nd on counts of possessing and dispensing liquor, said Brendan Johnson, U.S. Attorney for the District of South Dakota. In news release, all 5 pled not guilty before U.S. Magistrate Judge Veronica L. Duffy a couple days later. Separate trials have been scheduled for May 1st to begin. Each faces a penalty of 1 year in prison and a $100,000 fine. The Oglala Sioux tribe has sued several beer makers, including Anheuser-Busch, InBev Worldwide, and Miller Coors LLC, saying they are knowingly contributing to alcohol-related problems on the Pine Ridge Reservation of South Dakota. More than 100 Tanana townspeople and school children sent off native son Vernon Stickman Sr. with ceremony recently as he headed down the Yukon River to promote healthy lifestyles and suicide prevention. Well-wishers lining both sides of Front Street in front of the Tanana Commercial Company sang an Indian farewell song in the Cayucan language as the 55-year-old Athabascan departed on the first lap of a long snowy trail to Ruby. After Ruby, Stickman will head to Galena, and if all goes well, to Kayukuk and Nulato. Stickman has been supported on his several hundred-mile trek by his cousin Chris Grant, who is driving a snow machine, as they call them in Alaska, and pulling 2 sleds of provisions. Stickman has been planning the pilgrimage for more than a year as a personal quest and healing journey. In September 2010, Vernon and his wife Arla lost their 22-year-old son Corey to suicide. Working through their overwhelming grief and pain, the couple are focusing on education and prevention to stem the tide of self-inflicted deaths in interior Alaska. And his whereabouts can be found at the website VernStickmanandTeams.com. We'll put that up for you to see. The Wind River Casino near Riverton is celebrating its grand opening. A ribbon-cutting ceremony March 9th included past and present Northern Arapaho Business Council members, casino personnel, and others. Construction on the 4-story hotel began in 2009. The 90-room hotel features 3 suites, a fitness center, a gift shop, and culture room that will show the past, present, and future of the Northern Arapaho Tribe. The hotel is attached to the Wind River Casino, which is the largest Vegas-style gambling facility in Wyoming. With the addition of the hotel, the Wind River Hotel and Casino is now the largest employer in Fremont County with nearly 700 employees. The Wind River Hotel and Casino is owned and operated by the Northern Arapaho Tribe. And dates for the election of a new Wisconsin governor has been set by a judge. Governor Scott Walker and Lieutenant Governor Kleefisch have both been recalled, with almost 1.8 million signatures gathered in petitions by Wisconsin citizens. Many Wisconsin tribal members opposed Walker on several issues, including his support of legislation that would weaken environmental protections around mining, cutbacks in health care, and establishment of a recent wolf hunt. A primary for governor's candidates has been set for Tuesday, May 8th, and a general election on Tuesday, June 5th. And a reminder, we're going to bring in you some Democratic governors candidates in a forum on Saturday, March 24th, live at IndianCountryTV.com from the Lakota Ojibwe Community College. So you want to join us with that. And that's going to be another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. Thank you for joining with us, and come back again and again.